Hi guys, FrostFangs here, back with another 4 AM Paladins video. We're playing some Grohk today, specifically around the new Spirits domain, because he got a pretty decent sort of rework in this patch with the keywords removed and yeah, stuff sort of moved around a little bit, but the builds are mostly the same. Mostly with Grohk, it's a talents, Totemic, Spirits domain and Maelstrom, all just kind of changed a bit. But the focus for today is on the beam hill because it got changed the most. It gives you a bit more ammo than it did before, and mainly a speed buff to whoever you hit with it for 20% for 1 second. I also got Totemic Ward kind of wrong in the PTS video, and it looks like it's been pulled down quite a bit here, but because they buffed his totem just in the actual base kit, it's significantly better. Alright, so for game 1 we're going to siege Fish Market, which I haven't played in a minute. We've got triple support, Ceres and a Lilith with a 7 and a Khan versus Koga, Betty, Victor, Tiberius and Furia. Kronos and Nimble to start just because of the map. Soul Collector spring loaded, Maelstrom is kind of weird here, Predatory, Cardio, Fiery, Adrenaline Junkie and Cell Blessing. I've seen it so much Maelstrom, just 3 of us here. We're waiting on the Khan, who we really kind of need. Don't know what the hell the first round was, but there's just Zoom, Khan. I really like the fact they've given him speed on the beam. I think that's really fun, just because he's already got speed on the totem, which pretty much everybody runs. And maybe they should put that in his base kit, but he doesn't really need it. Khan is definitely maybe he can get rid of the Furia. Do keep trying to reload just because I'm for some reason used to having significantly less ammo on Grohk. We've got tons here. I don't actually really felt kind of short on it, but it's also the team. Like I said, a bit of a strange game, but it is 4 AM, so it's kind of to be expected. I'm dead here to the Tiberius or Koga. We killed Tiberius and Betty was also really low. I don't know really what's going on in this one. Like I said, it's a very, very jank Paladins game. But there goes Tiberius. Yeah, I think I'm just going to cut most of this one. Khan is just standing outside of the spawn. AFK. Really, really scuffed first game, but sort of to be expected at 4 AM, but not really had any issues with that lately for some reason. Usually when I play games at this hour, they can be kind of jank, but lately they've actually been fine, aside from this one. So we'll cut most of it and jump into a game 2 and actually get this going, because I can't show anything off here. There is the defeat. Nothing I can really say about that. We're just going to jump straight into game 2. I hate starting out videos like this or having matches like this, but I feel like I kind of need to give you an accurate sort of view of what Paladins is sometimes, especially when I'm trying to record these videos. I don't want to give you a very hyper cut version of what I end up actually going through. Genuinely didn't feel like I needed that much ammo there though, so I pulled 1 level off it and put it into the health. And I feel like you might not even need to run the ammo card. You might just want to run the normal Grohk setup with the extra duration on the totem instead of the ammo. The totems feel way better with the extra tick rate. For the teams here, we've got Alex, Charlene, Willow, and Sati. I feel like with this setup, and pretty much any Grohk setup that's focused around heals, you want a tank to put most of your heals into, kind of easily, as a sort of solo healer option. I think it's his best pick for games just like this. I don't know though, pretty standard stuff here all around, although I feel like Willow would be better off with Blast Flower. Alex isn't here again, that's like the second time we're just late to run in. I don't know if it matters that much in this sort of one, but throw our terms down, give him some speed buffs and stuff. Grohk really is like the speed buff character I think at the moment. I don't know who else can speed buff the team more than Grohk, because you're doing it with the Q, you're doing it with the beam heal. It's kind of crazy that it's actually a card and not built into the talent for the totems when you think about it. Let's get rid of the Willow. She's hovering for a minute. That actually really threw me off. I haven't gone against Willow I think more than once after the change to her, so that was really kind of weird. We'll throw the Q down, freaking blast the heals here. I feel like people are already picking up on it. We've got a Willow on our side too. Don't know what the games have been today. They've just been ultra scuffed. It's really hard for me to show anything off just because trying to heal the Grohk isn't really working. I guess we can dance around versus the Ram a little bit. Do I go for the ultimate? Yeah, sure. When else am I going to pop it? We'll try and ult the Willow. Sure, I think I win this fight quite easily, right? Yeah, there we go. Drop both the totems. Hello, Ram. Jump shot into him. I can kind of do this as long as my totems are up and then F when we need it. There we go. Lex is just standing menacingly shooting him. I don't know if that dealt any damage. Where's the team? Just over here playing target practice. What is going on? Don't know how I could possibly show this off when we have matches like this. If that makes sense, I can try and do damage, but at this point, why am I using the beam setup? Everybody in this game is just playing a very different match to what I'm doing, I think. We're going to go for the ultimate, heal everybody up, blast the Ram a little bit, who's been free. Everybody on their side's been kind of free most of this game. Just get scuffed games sometimes when I'm trying to show stuff off, and it doesn't really work. Ends up just being kind of hard to demonstrate changes in characters or builds specifically, unless I'm on a damage or a flanker that can sort of do it in any scenario. Playing a healer and a tank, you're much more dependent on your team. Definitely talked about that loads in other videos, so I'm not going to go on about it too much here, but trying to play beam heal Grohk specifically, I am really, really feeling that sort of thing. We're going to throw terms up. The range on it actually kind of crazy. We're going to F kind of Leanne. I don't know why she eminence into me there. I guess it's kind of hard to tell with this skin. I'm kind of accidentally cheesing people. Played with so many of the other Grohk skins. I went for this one, which I didn't have. I had to pay 30,000 for it. I thought I did, but I had the blue version of it instead. That's the Leanne ultimate. It's actually still up here. We'll throw the Q down and try and heal her. The actual decoy blocks it. The game is over here though, 400 to 200. Wasn't that bad. It could have been much worse. I've had worse games than that one for sure. Just going after the first one. Yeah, they're kind of stacked a little bit. We'll do game 3. I'll show you the stats in case you're interested for this one, and we'll keep it moving. The setup for Grohk does feel much better. I will say that much. I still don't think it's anywhere near overpowered. I don't know if you could really say that about any of the Grohk setups at the moment, which is weird because at different times in the past they sort of have been a little bit too good. But right now they actually all feel sort of even. Alright, so for game/attempt number 3, we've got a Sky, Andro, Strix, Canessa, and Grohk. Onslaught, Ascension, Peak, which I think is kind of new. I'm not sure if I played it in the video or not. I also don't know if it's from this update or the last one. I don't remember. Gonna run Spirits Domain again, but with the duration on the Q instead of the ammo. We don't have an Andros, it's a 45 again. I probably should go for Maelstrom if I'm expecting this to be like the other two matches, but we're going to run it. We are a solo healer anyway, aside from the Sky. Steady aim, unauthorized use, Show Force Mana, Rift Spirit Chosen, Window of Duty, and Prep. 4v5. This has actually been like the Paladins experience sometimes. Genuinely, this has been such a collection of jank matches back to back. It's kind of crazy. We're actually going to kind of go through them here. Those Sky went kind of mental. We're going to F just to sort of reposition a little bit. I don't know where I want to go just yet. Died there to the Armani and the Sky because, yeah, they just have damage, and we are all instead sitting back doing nothing. We don't have an Andro because he isn't here, but we have two snipers and a Sky with a Grohk as the healer. I don't know how I meant to play this. I don't know how I meant to really just play any of the games we've had today. Strix, we'll see if we can give them a hand. I feel like they're set up in a one-on-one sort of scenario where you're helping somebody out. They're pretty much just always going to win if you're healing them with the totem and the beam. But I'm just like sort of meant to sit back, I guess, and heal the two snipers. What else am I meant to do? If I didn't cut this match, it would just be one of those games where you're going to just witness me sitting, saying nothing for like 5 minutes. I know I don't necessarily need to cut them as much as I do, but this is one of them where if I didn't, it would probably be kind of painful to watch. See if we can finish off the Armani. There we go. Our Andrew is actually here now, by the way, so it is actually a 5-5 at least. He was a little bit late. I don't know why. Yeah, it just DC'd and started the game. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer on the loading screen. It lets people load in, other times it doesn't. Just going to keep spamming the totem, which again ticks like kind of crazy, and beam healing people. We really are the speed buff healer at the moment, and it feels significantly better. I've said that already, but I didn't really expect to notice the changes as much as I have so far. I feel like the game's going to crash. I don't know what happened there with the stutter. That's a Sky ultimate. See if we can get him out of it. There we go. I thought I might have been in that because the indicator just doesn't work, but Sati, I think, just knocked our Sky in the well. Did that just happen? Gonna pop the ultimate on the Nyx, but Canessa did also get rid of the Sky. Sure. I don't even know if I need to bother juking, if I can just like kind of go in a straight line. We'll drop the thing and right click. I might be dead. Can we go into Ghost Walk fast enough? There we go. I'm probably still gone because they're all just here. I don't know how I meant to commentate this match, like how I meant to play the game. That is insane levels of tick when we've got 2 times, and I can't imagine how much better the talent is like now that it ticks this much faster. I said in the VTS video that was a nerf because, you know, obviously just from the talent description it seems like it, but because its totems tick so much faster, having 1 extra down is kind of huge when it ticks that fast. That's an Amai Dragon, but yeah, I'm definitely meant to be in a different role if I'm expected to carry a match, which is kind of understandable, but trying to play a healer here when I'm already deciding that's what I want to do for the video and not redirect it is really, really tough. I'm doing it and it's kind of working. It just doesn't feel great to play, if that makes sense. It's really hard for me to describe this. I've tried so many times before. That's where I'm going to leave it. It's just, yeah, I should pick a different role if I know I'm going to be in a game like this. Is what I'm trying to say. But most of the time, you probably won't have this issue. It's just because I'm trying to play at like 5 in the morning. And I'm, you know, in matches like this where Sky's over there doing her thing, Strix is doing some in. Don't know what's going on over there. It's just really, really hard to turn into someone that's sort of enjoyable to watch. I don't know how else to put it. Just spamming the heals here, but I think the team is still just going to get absolutely cleared. We obviously are going to get massively screwed by Quarterize with this. I think you get screwed maybe a little bit less because of the tick rate. Went for the ultimate because the game's pretty much over. Money was just chilling there. We'll throw the totems down here and heal up the Canessa. We actually managed to keep her up there. She's just popping the ultimate and blasting. I don't know why people use Canessa ultimate like that. I see it quite often. Anyway, there is the defeat stats on screen for you if you're interested. I think we did way better in that one than any of the other matches, but that's not really saying too much. I have no idea how to end this video or possibly title it, but I'm going to try my best to salvage it. We'll see how it turns out. I hope you have enjoyed it, even though it's probably been pretty scuffed. The setup worked. I hopefully got across the idea of Grohk being much better, pretty much regardless of how you're playing, but specifically Spirit's Domain feels very different than it did before. So that is where I'm going to leave it. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you want to see me next, your thoughts on the Grohk changes. I'll see you guys all very, very soon. And as always, stay frosty.